All right, this happening just 5 minutes ago. The U.S. has shot down the Chinese spy balloon that has been hovering around the country for just over half a week now. This balloon was first detected on Tuesday and first made public on Thursday. It started in Alaska, then moved over Canada to Montana, and then made a pretty straight line took a pretty straight line path to the Carolinas, and now it moved over the Atlantic Ocean, and the U.S. has made the decision to shoot down the balloon, and now the debris has fallen in the Atlantic Ocean, and they will be sending their Navy, Coast Guard, other military ships um to collect all the debris and hopefully learn some type of information about the balloon, what it does, how it was structured, and uh, to potentially take back any information that it was able to retain while spying over the country. Flying at around 60,000 feet, this balloon was pretty big, the size of three school buses. And China claimed that it was a civilian airship that was monitoring weather and had just gone off coast, but the U.S. intelligence swiftly rejected that claim and continued with their assertion that it was actually a military spy balloon that was deliberately set off through the uh to the United States. And we also learned yesterday that there is yet another Chinese spy balloon that is flying over Latin America this time, similar in structure, and the operational manners. So now we have to figure out how to deal with that one and the countries that are more involved and geographically in that Latin America area will also be in coordination with the U.S. to try to figure out how to deal with this. But the big news, just breaking 5 minutes ago, the U.S. has shot down the main Chinese spy balloon that we've been talking about uh for just over half a week now. And this was a move that was originally not done because of potential to people danger to people on the ground. Potentially debris would have hit people in various rural towns, even over rural Montana. They were not able to confidently say that to confidently find a spot where they would have been able to shoot it down and not hit anyone. So they just waited 2 more days and uh until it was over the Atlantic Ocean, and it just crashes into the water, and obviously no one on the ground will be hurt because there's obviously no one on the ground in the Atlantic Ocean. And this was a move that Republicans more strongly were calling for, but a lot of people on who are Democrats were also calling for the same thing, sounding the alarm about national security threats, and saying that it's another example of China being over aggressive and and breaking certain boundaries that exist with the U.S., which is which is why a lot of people in American politics are saying that China is the number one global threat to the U.S.'s dominance around the world. So a very significant event happening today, one that was mostly suspected, um, but but happened pretty quickly. It was just a couple hours ago that we learned that Joe Biden was saying that they were going to quote take care of it, and we just recently learning that they were going to shoot it down, and now it has been shot down.